Warm welcome, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary, and we join you right now from somewhere in between Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh, and Varanasi, which is Purvanchal, East Uttar Pradesh. The reason why we are here, well, just a short while ago, I interviewed Akhilesh Yadav, who is now the primary rival to Yogi Adityanath. Akhilesh Yadav today explained in detail on what he meant when he said yesterday in Safai when he was commenting on the Prime Minister inaugurating the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, where he had said that people in their last moments go to the Kashi Vishwanath corridor. He gave a detailed explanation of that, but he also went ahead and said that unlike Bharatiya Janata Party, he is deeply religious. He's a proud Hindu, but he doesn't sell his religion in the name of votes and to garner votes. He talked in detail about his alliances, said he's never going to ally with the Congress ever. It was a terrible experience in 2017. All of that coming up. अखिलेश जी, सफाई में आपने एक बयान दिया था, उस पे बेहतरीन बवाल हुआ है। आपने कहा था कि जो बनारस जाता है वो अपने अंत क्षणों में जाता है।
मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूं कि अगर बनारस के बारे में आपको कुछ जानकारी है, स्वाभाविक है, आप सब बात जानते हैं, बनारस लोग क्यों जाते हैं? आखिरी वक्त सरकार का है, ये सरकार जाने वाली है। समाजवादी पार्टी का और मेरा यही मानना है कि आखिरी वक्त पे कुछ भी कर लेंगे, लेकिन उत्तर प्रदेश का किसान, नौजवान, व्यापारी, हर वर्ग के लोग इस सरकार को हटाना चाहते हैं।
इतिहास गवाह है अखिलेश जी कि जब भी प्रधानमंत्री पे मोर्चा बांधा गया है, चाहे चौकीदार चोर हो, चाहे जो भी उनको बोला गया है, जब भी वो उल्टा पड़ा है प्रधानमंत्री पे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के फैसले और केंद्र सरकार के फैसले जनता को याद हैं। क्या नोटबंदी से काला धन आ गया? आज 6 लाख से ज्यादा भारतीय लोग जो संपन्न थे, जो खुशहाल थे, वो भारत छोड़ के चले गए। क्या काला धन वापस आ गया? लोग लाइन में जान गई, क्या मदद की? अभी लॉकडाउन हुआ, लोगों की जान चली गई। अभी कोविड आया, हजारों लाशें, चाहे वो बक्सर हो, चाहे बनारस हो, गाजीपुर हो, आपका कन्नौज हो, उन्नाव हो, लाश बहते देखी हैं। कहाँ थी ये सरकार? क्या सरकार ने गरीब जनता को अनाज छोड़ा था कि नहीं छोड़ा था?
अखिलेश यादव मंदिर क्यों नहीं जाते? आप अयोध्या नहीं गए, सबने अयोध्या में अपनी वहाँ पर राजनीति बांध रखी है।
इस देश का गरीब से गरीब इंसान पूजा करता है। किसी भी गरीब के घर आप चले जाएं, उसके घरे पर या कैलेंडर होगा या किसी भगवान की मूर्ति होगी। हम जितने लोग रथ में बैठे हैं सब हिंदू हैं। ये हिंदू हैं, आप हिंदू हैं, ये हिंदू हैं, ये हिंदू हैं, ये हिंदू हैं, वो हिंदू हैं, ये हिंदू हैं, ये हिंदू, ये हिंदू, वो हिंदू, वो हिंदू, सब हिंदू हैं। ये बीजेपी चुनाव से पहले जानबूझ करके धार्मिक चश्मा इसलिए लगाती है क्योंकि उसे बेरोजगारी का सवाल न कोई कर।
अखिलेश जी, आप 70 या 60 किलोमीटर दूर आपसे बनारस में प्रधानमंत्री हैं। उन्होंने बहुत ही ब्रांड दिव्य भव्य इनॉग्रेट किया काशी विश्वनाथ कॉरिडोर, वो भी पूर्वांचल में है। आप जौनपुर में सभा पे सभा कर रहे हैं। क्या पूर्वांचल की लड़ाई अब योगी वर्सेस अखिलेश की जगह प्रधानमंत्री मोदी वर्सेस अखिलेश हो गई है?
उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता ने भाजपा पे भरोसा किया, बहुमत दिया, यहाँ पर योगी सरकार बनी और जो योगी सरकार ने काम काज अपमानित हुए लोग, फेक इनकाउंटर्स में नंबर 1, सबसे ज्यादा कस्टोडियल डेथ हुई है, सबसे ज्यादा नेशनल ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन ने नोटिस दिए हैं, सबसे ज्यादा असुरक्षित महिलाएं, बेटियां, माताएं इस प्रदेश में हैं। तो इसलिए ये प्रदेश की जनता नई सरकार चाहती है,
चाहे योगी या मोदी, जो भी।
सवाल योगी और मोदी जी का नहीं है। सवाल ये है कि उत्तर प्रदेश में योगी सरकार मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी। और उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता ने देखा है कि डबल इंजन की सरकार, डबल इंजन कैसे एक दूसरे पे टकरा रहे थे और अभी गुजरा है। ये दोनों डबल इंजन की सरकार नहीं है, डबल इंजन एक दूसरे को टकरा रहे हैं। इन्हें जवाब देना पड़ेगा भ्रष्टाचार का जो हुआ है, इन्हें जवाब देना पड़ेगा महंगाई का। आज कमाई आती है और महंगाई दुगनी है, बैंकें डूब रही हैं, सरकारी संस्थाएं बिक रही हैं, तो इसका जवाब भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे क्या है?
जैसे 2017 में आप और राहुल जी को यूपी के लड़कों की जगह प्रोजेक्ट किया गया था, आप बन गए हैं अभी आरएलडी जयंत जी के साथ, उसमें लड़की की जगह है। प्रियंका जी अगर आना चाहे कांग्रेस को लेकर तो गठबंधन करेंगे।
समाजवादी पार्टी ने कहा है कि जो अनुभव पार्टी को रहा है पिछले गठबंधनों से, अब उस तरह का कोई गठबंधन राष्ट्रीय पार्टी से नहीं करने जा रही है।
तो अच्छा अनुभव नहीं रहा।
वो समाजवादी पार्टी ने जो गठबंधन किया उसका परिणाम और अनुभव ठीक नहीं रहा।
All right, we're going to keep getting our viewers the very latest in terms of we are picking out excerpts from this exclusive interview that I filed just a short while ago. But what does it mean? Let's cut across right now to our guest. I have Javed Ansari, who's joining us as a political analyst. I also have with me Shantanu Gupta, author and political analyst as well. Mr. Gupta, the fact is the BJP is trying very hard, and one could make out that is something that even Akhilesh doesn't want. Is to pitch a battle not between Yogi Adityanath and Akhilesh, but between Akhilesh and the Prime Minister Modi, especially in Purvanchal, which is pretty much the fulcrum on which the Uttar Pradesh election rests on.
I think, Preeti, to my understanding, Akhilesh Yadav look rattled. In last 1.5 months, we have seen Purvanchal Expressway, AIIMS Gorakhpur, Fertilizer Factory Gorakhpur, multiple medical colleges, and now yesterday's Kashi Vishnath corridor inauguration, and that are rattled, and that's why he's almost wishing death to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that वो अपने आखिरी समय में है और यहाँ आके रहें. And I think we have seen a juxtaposition that how Prime Minister was showering flowers at the labours, and contrary to that, अखिलेश यादव टू डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर केशव प्रसाद मौर्य ही सेइंग आप तो नाली साफ करें जाके, आप तो कूड़ा साफ करें, एज इफ नाली साफ करना एंड कूड़ा साफ करना इज सम थर्ड ग्रेड जॉब. So I think he's looking very rattled. He's giving very incoherent speeches, and now he's taking his word back in your interview that I mean something else. But I mean, people of Uttar Pradesh are smart enough, and since 2012, when Akhilesh Yadav took over or snatched the party from his father, since then there is a debacle in Samajwadi Party. 2014, 2017, 2019, and 2022 will be no different.
He did, right. No, but Mr. Gupta, on the fact of, on his comment which he made in Safai, where he said that people in their last moments go to Kashi and Varanasi, he did clarify, he didn't mean any ill where the Prime Minister is concerned. He in fact said that the Prime Minister, should have a long life, but what he meant was the end of the BJP government. So it was a parallel which the BJP has drawn, what Akhilesh Yadav says.
I think now on the hindsight, we have seen that he said BJP ki vaccine and later he retracted. He said Jinnah, later he retracted. He said he wished death for Prime Minister Modi and later he retracted. It's not the election for Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi's government is there for 2024. If that question were Yogi ji, we could have considered. So now he's trying to mince his word. He's trying to detract. His advisors may give him an answer. No, it's looking very bad in media. Give them some answer. But people of Uttar Pradesh realize that a popular leader like Narendra Modi, who's popular in the whole world, Akhilesh Yadav wishing him death. And which is very sad that this is the way Akhilesh Yadav taking his politics.
Mr. Gupta, before we cut across to more excerpts from that interview, I want to get a quick word in. The very fact that he's making alliances, he's pretty much picked from the book of Amit Shah in 2017, where he is making alliances with these smaller parties like Rajbhar's party. There are other parties as well, especially in Purvanchal, stitching up this, regional small pocket party alliances, which could completely change the game in eastern Uttar Pradesh.
See, when Akhilesh Yadav made the government in 2012, that is the only Samajwadi Party government that ran for 5 years. His vote share was 29.5%, right? But BJP has upped the game since then, Preeti. In 2004, 2017 and 2019, BJP's vote share is 40%, 42%. In 2019, it's almost touching 50%. And Akhilesh Yadav is standing at 22%. So with 22%, if he add 1.5% of Jayant, 1% of Rajbharji, he will maybe reach 25, 27. That's his peak. If he touches 30, he can only retain his peak. So I think still there is a vast difference of 8 to 10% between BJP's vote share, and BJP is not shedding its vote share. This is the first government. This is a pro-incumbent election. This is not anti-incumbency. And in all the opinions polls, also that's reflecting. So maybe he will regain his 30% vote share, and that's the maximum for Akhilesh Yadav.
All right, Mr. Gupta, as we are waiting for those excerpts to come in, I want to also bring into this conversation Javed Ansari, political analyst. Javed, Mr. Gupta believes that Purvachal, even though there are new, these mini pocket alliances that are being stitched up, constituency to constituency in some areas by Akhilesh Yadav is not going to help him much. Do you differ or do you agree with him?
I differ wholeheartedly with him. And Mr. Gupta is in for a rude shock when the results come out. As things stand today, this is an election for the SP to lose. This is the election for the SP to lose. The momentum is with SP. The ground has shifted from under Mr. Bish's feet in Uttar Pradesh, in Western Uttar Pradesh, as in Eastern Uttar Pradesh. The only place where they are in the fight is Awadh, is Central UP. Otherwise, the BJP has a mountain to climb elsewhere in the states. He was talking of 40%. I'm sure he hasn't factored in what is happening in Western Uttar Pradesh. Last time, the Western Uttar Pradesh, it was 70-30 in favor of the BJP. This time around, the story will be very, very different.
Ravid, you say the story is different, but if you even, it is said in Uttar Pradesh, and you've covered many elections yourself, that whichever way Purvanchal, which is East Uttar Pradesh, goes, is where the entire state tends to drift. What has changed in Purvanchal, and especially even when you talk about West Uttar Pradesh, the alliance with RLD, even at their best, they were no more than 4% vote share where Uttar Pradesh was concerned. They've lost consecutively all three elections. With the last 2017, they won one seat. Even that person defected to the BJP.
Yes, but a lot has changed. And what has changed is the farmers' agitation, in which over 700 farmers lost their lives. Now, if first you commit a blunder and then you try and retrace your steps, some people may still want to see it as a master stroke, but that is, in my book, that's certainly not a master stroke. And people are not going to forget that 700 people died, that, they had to, they were called Khalistanis, they were called anti-nationals, they were called all kinds of names. False cases were foisted on them. Look what happened in Lakhimpur Kheri. Today, the own SIT says that this was premeditated. The intent was to kill and to cause harm. So if after all this, people still believe that everything is hunky-dory, then good luck to them.
Okay. All right, Javed and Mr. Gupta, do stay with us. Let's cut across to some of the more excerpts that are filtering in from that interview, and I'm going to come right back to our analysts. जयंत जी से आपने गठबंधन कर लिया, उनका तो चुनाव में बहुत ही, पिछले कई चुनाव में उनका प्रदर्शन बहुत ही बेकार रहा है, तो क्या सोच के आपने आरएलडी से गठबंधन किया?
जयंत जी से हमारा लोकसभा के समय का गठबंधन है, और लोकसभा में दोनों जो सीटें थी, जयंत जी और उनके पिताजी अजीत चौधरी अजीत सिंह जी, जो आज नहीं है हमारे बीच, दोनों को बड़े पैमाने पर वोट मिला था। 5 लाख तक वोट मिला था। किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को पिछले चुनाव में अगर एक लोकसभा क्षेत्र में 5-5 लाख वोट मिला हो, तो वो ऐसी पार्टी नहीं है जो वोट नहीं इकट्ठा कर सकती है। इस बार किसान की लड़ाई में और वेस्टर्न यूपी में वो साथ हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सूरज पूरब में डूब जाएगा।
बस मैं आपसे एक और सवाल करूंगी, आप ऊपर जा रहे हैं, मुझे पता है, मैंने बहुत सारा समय ले लिया है आपका। एक ही सवाल करूंगी, जो कॉरिडोर में इनका जो इनॉग्रेशन हुई थी, आपने एक टिप्पणी दी है कि योगी आदित्यनाथ ने डुबकी नहीं ली, क्यों?
देखिए, अभी आपने कहा कि ऊपर जा रहे हैं आप, अगर ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी होती तो इसका भी गलत मतलब निकाल।
क्या मतलब निकाल?
मैं ऊपर जाने का मतलब है कि लिफ्ट से जा रहा हूँ
जी।
तो यही फर्क है, यही सुविधा है उनके पास, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास, कि किसी के भी स्टेटमेंट को कब ट्विस्ट कर दें। ये सुविधा भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे, ये सुविधा मुझ पर नहीं है, ये सुविधा इन पर नहीं है।
Let's cut across back to our guests. I have Mr. Gupta and Mr. Ansari with us, both political analysts, both keep very, very divergent views on how Uttar Pradesh is shaping up. Mr. Gupta, I'll come right back to you. It is different right now, is what Javed Ansari says, but we are still about 2 months away from elections. The very fact, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has to go back to the basics in terms of, you have the deputy chief minister who's still talking about building a temple in Mathura. Do you think the desperation seems to be on both ends there? With what you said, even where Samajwadi Party, Akhilesh is concerned, but even on the side of the BJP, where religion and, temple is now becoming a constant rhetoric?
See, in the last 2 months, we have seen Purvanchal Expressway, Kushinagar Airport, Jewar Airport, medical colleges. I'm saying if we want to hear only one statement and don't consider other, I think that's our political naivety. Akhilesh ji, in your last bite was telling that, okay, he's tying up with Jayant because he got a lot of votes. That time it was Mayawati's 18-20% vote was also with them. So with Samajwadi Party, BSP and Jayant's party, then even Ajit Singh ji and Jayant lost both the seats. And now he's tying up because in west of UP, Akhilesh has no presence. In the opposition camp, BSP has the clout all along. So that's why he has to tie up with. And with the Kisan movement being over, I doubt there is hardly any clout left. So he's basically tying up with a losing candidate in west of UP. And without BSP, I think they can't do much in west of UP.
Right. Right. Javed Ansari, it's not just religion at one end, because if you do look at it, there is a massive development push. Now, is it being propped up in terms of, just beautified with the religious rhetoric, that aside? But you do see the development on ground. Even the Kashi Vishwanath corridor is spectacular.
It is spectacular, without doubt, and this development will be a factor, but it won't be the determining factor. It will be one of the many factors. And as far as what Mr. Gupta was saying of Western UP, I don't need to say anything. Just go back to what Mr. Satpal Malik, he was a ranking BJP leader who's now governor of Meghalaya. He hails from Meerut. He was born and brought up there. He's cut his political teeth in the dust bowls of Western UP. And just go back to what he's been saying. He's saying their ministers have not been able to go there. Mr. Sanjeev Balian, every day, every time he ventured out of his village, he was get out. He had problems mustering 100 people to listen to what he had to say. So it's fine. Mr. Gupta can dream on. But the fact is that the ground realities this time are a lot more different. And that's why the Prime Minister, 2 months ahead of elections, has had to do the heavy lifting, because even he knows that Mr. Bish is not cutting much ice.
Javed, before we're going to play out one more excerpt. But before I do that, I want to quickly come back to the both of you. We're still 3 months away from elections. There's a long time. What could change the dynamics from here in the next 3 months, Javed?
Look, both parties need to stay the course. I mean, if there is a sudden upsurge, if there is some new element which is introduced, that could change. Otherwise, as far as the opposition, principally the SP-led alliance, is concerned, they need to stay the course. They need to keep their eye, they need to be focused on issues. Don't allow the narrative to change. Don't fall into the trap of making it a religious us versus them. Focus on development or the lack of it. Focus on the mishandling of the pandemic. Focus on Kisans, their problems, how 700 people lost their lives. Focus on inflation. Focus on a lot of it, and focus on how only one caste has benefited under Mr. Ajay Singh Bitt's rule. All the goods, all the plum positions have gone to one particular caste. The others haven't. All this is having an effect on the ground, and this could prove to be the BJP's undoing.
All right, I'm going to end with that excerpt of that interview. But Mr. Gupta, another 3 months to go. A lot can change. For you, what would be the defining dynamics in the next 3 months?
I think one thing, the Akhilesh's campaign is already peaked. He's on the road from last 1.5 months. It's not first time in 5 years he was on the roads. Otherwise, his attendance to parliament is only 37%, when the average attendance of UP MPs is 84%. He doesn't have a time to even go from Lucknow to Delhi. Now, after many years, he came out. His election campaign is already peaked, and BJP has not properly even started the campaign. They have done such government official inaugurations only. Once their campaign will start, I think this opinion polls that we're seeing, this 30% and 40% gap will be very, very emergent. And I'm observing Javed ji is calling Chief Minister Ajay Singh Bist. I think that's a huge
see the inauguration of the Purvanchal Express. as you don't see any of these inaugurations as part of BJP's campaign?
They were anyway to happen because the expressway is complete in any year. If it were to be in 2018 or 19, they will be inaugurating it anyways. But the road shows, the rallies, the political rallies will start from now. I think once the election will be declared in January. But just give me 10 more seconds. Javed ji is always mentioning
Fair enough. Yes, the political rallies will start from now. The work, though, even in the Kashi Vishwanath corridor is not complete. 50% of it is still left. But having said that, it is spectacular. With that, I'm going to end this edition of To The Point. Appreciate both you gentlemen for joining us. But we do leave you with the last excerpt from that interview. विजय यात्रा पहले निकल गई है, चुनाव बाकी है।
समाजवादी विजय यात्रा इसलिए कि किसानों को विजय दिलानी है, नौजवानों के लिए विजय यात्रा इसलिए उन्हें काम, नौकरी, रोजगार का इंतजाम करना है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो संकल्प पत्र जारी किया था, आज 4.5 साल पूरे हो गए हैं। अपने आप को डबल इंजन की सरकार कहते हैं, लेकिन संकल्प पत्र पूरा नहीं हुआ है। जो वादे किए थे वो जुमले नकले, जो इनके विज्ञापन है वो झूठे हैं, इनकी बातें झूठी हैं। इसलिए उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता इनको हटाना चाहती है, इनका सफाया चाहती है।
अखिलेश जी, ये जन सैलाब जो आपके लिए उमड़ के आ रहा है, बीजेपी कहती है भीड़ इकट्ठा करने से चुनाव नहीं जीते जाते।
नहीं, सॉरी, ये ठीक बात है कि जन समर्थन आज समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ खड़ा है और जन समर्थन और उत्साह ही मतदान कराता है। ये वो जनता है जिन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे भरोसा कर करके कई जगह 60% वोट मिला है, उन्हें 56% वोट मिला है, 51% वोट मिला है। अगर किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पर इतना भरोसा किया हो और वो झूठ के फूल निकले हों, वो अपने संकल्प पत्र को नहीं पूरा नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। जिन किसानों को उन्होंने भरोसा दिलाया था कि आय दोगुनी होगी, उनके लिए क्या कानून लेकर के आए। जब